Live from inside Porsche, Colorado Springs, it's the First Dibs podcast with our hosts, John Deisty and Justin Underwood. Buckle up and let's go for a ride.
Man, you had to push all the buttons today. Look at you. Look at you going live.
See that fade?
I know. Amazing.
Yeah. It's like we've done this before.
Welcome back to Porsche, Colorado Springs and the First Dibs podcast, live from inside.
I'm not used to looking down.
You see how I did that? Yeah. I look good. I look good like this.
Oh, my gosh. What a day.
Yeah.
What a week it's been.
Yeah, we should go check on the air conditioning unit because I am melting.
It's hot.
But anyway.
We have some guests tonight, John.
Yeah, I know. David and Kevin.
Welcome, David and Kevin.
From Geeks for Kids.
That's right.
We're excited to talk to these guys.
Yes.
They build some wicked cool, let's call them hot rods, for kids with kind of some mobility challenges to get them into cars and racing. So we'll get to that after business.
Yeah.
And I think in terms of business, there's only one thing to talk about. And it is right behind David.
Right. It is directly behind you.
Yep. And people that know can already tell what it is.
Yep.
But we should probably give them a little tour and show them a little more.
I agree.
Yeah. So should I set my stuff down and be camera dude?
Yeah, I think
You want to
so.
handle that? All
I'm
right.
going to try.
All right. Sounds good. I'm going to take my beer. No, I can't. I'll leave my beer. That'd be a bad idea.
That would be bad.
That'd be a bad
Yeah.
idea. Live on tape. John spills a beer on a singer. Yeah, not tonight.
Let's do a little. Let's see if we can do a little. Yeah. Let's go. Here we go. All right, I'm going to switch this over. So, John, hey, Lupe, welcome to the show tonight, buddy. All right. Lupe has the most views on this show of all time. It's pretty cool. All right, John, here we go. This is a 1990 Porsche 911 is how it started life, but today it is a Singer Vehicle Design 911, one of the classic series. I believe they made 399 of those. I could be wrong, but I think that's the number. This one is in lunar silver, paint to sample. And it has a leather interior called ochre, I think is how you pronounce it. It's the DLS interior color, or the DLS launch. But look at that yellow, like that kind of that mustard yellow leather interior. Carbon bucket seats, the exposed carbon. It even has some matte exposed carbon for the rear seats. This is the 4-liter with a 4-liter 6-cylinder. I think it makes 398 horsepower, 6-speed manual transmission. It does have rear seats. However, there's no seat backs or seat belt buckles. And then obviously there's a roll hoop with the matching leather to go around there. The door panels, nubuck, I think, is one of the, it's a Connolly nubuck leather weave that they put in there. And then, John, it's hard to see, but it's Alcantara is the dash and the upper part of the door panels, which that's a little bit different for me. That's the first one I've seen like that. I think that is super cool, that very soft suede, very classic looking gauges. It's got the steering wheel with the center marker in the same ochre marker piece there. This does have kind of the Porsche classic radio, if you will, that's done in the Singer way, where they have the old knobs, but it has Bluetooth. It's got navigation that you can't really see, air conditioning that does work. The floorboards in this car are beautiful. The floorboards are actually painted to match the exterior of the car. That is super cool. It's all carbon fiber pieces. And for the people out there that may not know too much about this, is if you were to take the panels, like the body panels, the interior panels apart in this car, the inside or the between stuff that we should never see is just as finished and clean as what we see on the outside of the car. Something that's kind of interesting, this car was optioned to not have any paint protection film. So there's no clear mask on this car. It is true in its form. There's that magical 4-liter engine. It's got the ceramic plenum that's in there, air conditioning, just beautiful. See that leather kind of liner that's in the engine compartment area that matches the interior color. No detail is left untouched in this car. Exterior oil filler cap. Oh, titanium exhaust. That's awesome. This one does have catalysts on it, so it's good for emissions. That is an option where you can do that or not. You can leave the cats off if you choose. But this one is good for the emissions regulations because this car started life new in the Denver area. How many miles do you think are on the odometer of this car? Keep in mind, it's a new car, essentially.
5,000.
1 mile. 1 mile on the odometer. Can you get that, John? Now, granted, that car, it did go to our photo booth today. I'm really hoping. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. Oh, move over just a little bit. 1 mile.
Wow.
1 mile. That is unbelievable. Inner City Lines dropped this off at the owner's place up in the Denver area. It didn't move in the last year or two. And we transported it down here in a trailer. The gear shift knob, John. Can you go into the gear shift knob real quick? I love that. I absolutely love it. It's a maple wood. Custom, for the car. I love that piece about the car. It's something so minor, so simple, but it's different. You'll see they call it like a 917 gear shift knob in a lot of cars. This is so cool. And one more attention to detail, John. Maybe two more. That is a racing fuel cap that has that big fin that's mounted to the front. The front trunk here, obviously the same leather that's in the interior of the car. There's the Singer Vehicle Design handbag that it comes with some accessories, a car cover. Even that bag by itself is just absolutely amazing. This one, I don't know the name of this car. I need to figure that out. Okay, John, on the back of this car, I will have you pay attention to, there are no bumperettes. They've been deleted. So normally there would be some kind of nickel-plated metal, finishers, little bumperette pieces back there, but these have been deleted from the car. It was specifically optioned that way to not have those. I'm not sure, but I caught it. I caught that kind of right away walking around the back of it. I think that's really cool. I think that's it makes it even more unique. And then it's yolk yellow is the graphics that goes around the exterior, those stickers. On the sides, and then it does have the Fuchs style wheels where the outsides are actually kind of painted to match the car. The insides are a matte black finish. They call them the pedals, but the pedals are a matte black. And then this one does have ceramic brakes, ceramic discs, ceramic rotors, I should say, and then champagne finished calipers with the black Porsche lettering. This car, I want to say, its original build was about $930,000, $927,000, $925,000, somewhere right in that range. This went live on our website. We'll have pictures of it up very soon, but it is being listed for $1.21 million with 1 mile on the odometer and part of the Classic series, which they are done making. Those are all done now. I think this is an amazing opportunity to jump in to one of these cars, and just awesome in every single way. And the attention to detail is like nothing else out there. It's unbelievable. All right, John, I think that's pretty awesome, man. Good job. That was a great walk around. Are you done? Yep. Okay, here we go. We're not going to put Lupe back on the show, but here comes John. Anyway, Singer Vehicle Design is actually right around the Burbank area, somewhere around the LA area, I think. But Rob Dickinson is this guy, kind of a rock star. Well, he was a rock star, I guess, and then just had this, idea of what his, perfect 911 would be. Made it, and I think it was at a gas station one day. Somebody saw, wow, I really like your car. Where'd you get it? Oh, I made it. Would you make one for me? Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it really started from. But now Singer Vehicle Design is recognized globally, even by Porsche, who tries to sue them from time to time. But anyway, they're an amazing car.
In a way, you could say they are like Geeks for Kids is to Power Wheels, as Singer vehicle design is to Porsches.
That's
right.
That's
Some
great.
hardcore engineering,
Yeah.
customization of these things to tailor them for the individual owners.
Wow.
Can you believe I did that?
Let's end the show right there.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Can you scoot back a little, just like 2 inches,
So you can see?
Yeah, you look bigger than me, and I don't like that. And now I can see these guys.
Second car, actually, that I have to mention is that we did get, I was just telling them, a 2022 Boxster Spider, but it's a 000 Spider.
Yeah.
That has less than 300 miles on the odometer.
That's good.
It's fantastic. It's GT Silver. It has the special 000 leather interior.
Yep.
Anyway, that's a super gorgeous car. We'll get pictures of that one. But
That here?
It's here.
Oh, I didn't
It's
see it.
on the ground.
Man, that's how busy I was today.
Yeah. Yeah. What's kind of funny about it, the 000 spec Spiders, they came in GT Silver, Albert Blue,
Slate gray.
Slate Gray, and Oak Green Metallic.
That sounds good.
But they all had the same color leather interior. And it's kind of a different type of leather. It has a texture to it. I mean, very soft.
Last time we talked about textured leather, I got in trouble.
That's true.
I'll bite my tongue on this
I
one.
mentioned my elbow skin, and
Yeah.
it was very inappropriate. Yeah. So, but anyway, the 000 Spider is here. So for the people that are watching and listening, which reminds me, we got to turn on our chat, John. We got to see who's here.
Yeah. Shift is here.
Oh, hey, Shift is from Newport Beach. Okay, is that enough business?
I've had enough.
All right.
So our listeners probably are exhausted.
Totally.
That was a lot.
It was a lot.
That was $1.12 or $21 million worth of walk around.
It was.
For sure.
And we're at 12 minutes. How ironic is that?
Yeah. So Justin, why don't you tell us a little bit about how we got introduced to our new friends and what's going on tomorrow, and then we can maybe get into how they got into doing what they're doing.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go on the Wayback Machine. I don't know if you guys would know this individual. We partner up with one of our very good friend clients for the One Lap of America. Phenomenal driver. His name's Salil. He drove a GT4 RS this year for the One Lap of America. We've been participating with him for the last number of years, and he's won the One Lap of America 2 out of the last 3 years. 1 year, the first year he won it was in a GT3, and then 2 years later, he won it again in a GT4 RS. Well, anyway, after the one lap was completed, he sent this really great message and made an introduction to, and I'm not going to remember his name, but it's somebody involved with the Kansas City Porsche dealership, and said that they sponsor this thing called Geeks for Kids, where they make these special cars for kids with mobility issues. And Salil was sharing how much Porsche Colorado Springs does with our local community, because we actually help sponsor the Kurgrin Foundation, which I think you'll meet Scott and his son Brett tomorrow, involved with them. So anyway, that obviously triggered some curiosity, and I was able to make a connection with, again, apologize for not remembering your name in Kansas City. And then he made an introduction to Rebecca. And Rebecca, from what I understand, kind of oversees the whole organization, Geeks for Kids, maybe along with some other things as well. But obviously a very busy woman, which you know that firsthand, right? More than any of us here, obviously. So I was able to strike up a conversation with Rebecca, telling her I've been informed, about what you're doing with kids, and that you're looking for a place to deliver some of these incredible cars in Colorado. We help sponsor, or we do sponsor, karting with kids. I mean, there's adults in there as well, but we are the marquee sponsor for Colorado Karting Tour and Colorado Karting Circuit here in Colorado. And I mean, what better way, right, to promote racing, than through a Porsche dealership, and figuring this Geeks for Kids, outfitting cars, to adapting them for individual need. I mean, again, what better way than through a Porsche dealership? I think that's, that was very inspirational, watching the videos and learning about the company and what you guys are doing. So anyway, Rebecca was more than, receptive to the idea, because you guys have worked with the Porsche Center in the past, and it works out, right? Works really well. And then I was explaining to you guys earlier, but I'll explain it to our listeners and watchers here. they had to set a date. So it was getting kind of close to when these deliveries were going to need to be. And they chose a Saturday. And Rebecca was very apologetic that it was a day that the dealership would be open. And I thought that was kind of crazy. I said, why would you do it on a day that the dealership is closed?
Yeah.
I mean, this is all about raising awareness about what you're doing. And a question I'll ask is, I don't know how you raise funds. So it's, no. I mean, Saturday is kind of the most perfect day for it because we have a lot of people that come through here, not even necessarily to purchase cars every Saturday, but just to look around. And not only have we been promoting this for a number of weeks now on this show, but there's going to be passerbys that want to come look around at our kind of museum type facilities to see what's going on. They're going to walk into something they're not expecting. Yeah. They're going to be inspired. They're going to be inspired. They're going to be blown away. And there's going to be people that want to help, in ways that they can. So I've been looking forward to tomorrow for quite a while. I'm glad, the time's coming. It's here. And you guys and Rebecca have made it so simple. The requests are quite minimal, to be honest with you. I keep asking, what do we need? Tables and chairs. That's it. That's all they say.
Yeah.
Which is blowing me away. So I'm expecting to see some of our regular listeners and watchers tomorrow because they've expressed that they want to come down and check things out. Even earlier today, I was asked by a few people, is tomorrow's event open to the public? Yes. Yep. Absolutely, it's open. I mean, it's
$20, but
to the First Dibs podcast.
Yeah. But yes,
right. But anyway, I guess that's how I was introduced to it, and obviously, the closer it's come, I'm learning even more. As it's happening, and then tomorrow, I'll get the full exposure.
Yeah.
But anyway, I would love to hear.
Yeah, I guess tell us a little bit about what the mission for Geeks for Kids is, maybe how it started, how you guys got involved, what excites you about what you're doing.
Sure.
Things like that.
So for many years, for almost 20 years, we had a robotics club for kids starting in Lego robotics, when our kids were, 5, 6, 7 years old, all the way up through high school. And at one point, the kids they wanted to do something different because we would build robots, we would compete. At the end of the year, they'd take the robots apart. And so we stumbled across Go Baby Go, which is another nonprofit that does something very similar, slightly different take from what we do, but basically the same mission was to get kids moving. And so we asked the kids, hey, would you like to do this? And they said, yeah, definitely. And so we just jumped in, which is how we do most of the things, is just say, sure, we'll figure it out, and jumped in and made one car for the first child. And then it's like, okay, we need to do more of this.
Wow.
And then the next year we made 12, and that's when we met Kevin. And because he works at the same company I do, we found out that he knew electronics. He made his own R2-D2 full size, and we're like, okay, he could help us. So we dragged him into it.
Right.
Where are you guys based?
Kansas City.
Okay, cool.
And that's where we deliver most of the cars, just because it naturally grew from there. But we have a terrible, terrible time saying no to any of the kids that want a car. And so if we can figure it out, and we started, as word of mouth goes through, Facebook groups and other ways that parents with these kids connect, then we started getting requests from all over the country and even in Canada and other places in the world where we have no real hope of getting to, but we've delivered all over the United States.
I think
That's really cool.
We're just under 400 cars delivered now. I think
Okay.
it was 396, I think. last
Wow.
time I looked, so.
Wow.
Holy moly.
That's good.
That was a question. Yeah. How many cars do you think you've delivered? That's impressive.
Yeah.
And it's an it's a nonprofit, 401c3, and it's anyway, I get the numbers right.
Yeah.
And all volunteer. So every thing we do, we buy the cars, we buy all the parts to modify them, and they are an absolute gift to the families.
Holy cow.
We don't ask them anything. There's no insurance. There's no money. There's nothing. It's a gift. They can do whatever they want with it. It's theirs. And that's really important to us, is that anyone, we don't say no to anybody if we can help them.
Right.
That's pretty cool. So tell me about kind of some of what the modifications to these cars are. We can get the camera out and kind of show the cars themselves, but like who would be somebody that would want this? Yeah.
So there's a wide variety of kids. But for example, the first child that we helped has spina bifida, and so, had great upper body mobility, but not lower body mobility. So pushing a gas pedal is not a possibility. And so, it was a relatively simple modification compared to some of the others. But so we made a button, we call it a go button, up on the steering wheel. So you can just grab the steering wheel, push the button, car goes, steer it like normal. So that's maybe at the simple end, but a lot of the kids have, it's obviously for mobility issues. So maybe they have trouble controlling their limbs, or they, have vision issues, or maybe other processing issues. And so we created, I think we're around 8, we decided somewhere in the ballpark of 8 different drive systems. Everything from one of the cars back here is probably our simplest drive system. It's just a giant red button. So the child, if they can hit that button, and it's a very sensitive, button that they can, as long as they can hit that button, the car's going to go. And that's really important. And then the parent can steer the car for them, but they can make the car go. And it's really important to empower the children who don't always get that chance. Maybe they spend a lot of their lives in being pushed around, in a stroller, and they don't get to go where they want to go and look at what they want to look at. So,
yeah.
So 8 kind of different drive systems. So how do you go about kind of engineering those things? Are there like off-the-shelf solutions, or are you guys out there, using little Raspberry Pi microcomputers and programming those, or what's the...
Yeah, it's really kind of the latter. Is like we will buy an off-the-shelf joystick, and we have a couple of different ones, like a digital joystick, like you would have on an arcade. Like literally, if you had an arcade machine, that's the joystick.
Yeah,
and then some that are analog.
So we can do down to forward B, and then it shoots a fireball. Okay,
exactly.
That's good.
And then we'll work around that. So we don't want to recreate the wheel.
Sure,
but we do have to do all the electronics around it. And when we started, we hadn't done a bunch of the things we have learned. Like Kevin's like, well, maybe we can make PCBs. And so we make our own circuit boards. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, I'd always wanted a project where I could make my own circuit boards, but I never had a volume of a project to make it worth it. So this project, this nonprofit was a great learning experience, because I could say, oh, let's try to design our own PCB. And we used to have, our electronics has gotten much smaller over time, because we used to buy off-the-shelf components, put them together into this big thing. And then a lot of the stuff is open source. I'm looking at it, I was oh, we could take the electronics from this and put it on our board, and then we don't need to buy that board anymore. We can just make our own. And then we've gotten better and better at that over the years, to where we just have a little tray basically now that we can put in there, and that's all the electronics for most of the cars.
And they all run on kind of that one thing, and then you just modify the inputs, maybe?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Exactly. That we learned that pretty early on, is that we needed the central part to be generic, and then we configure it, and then we can just connect in. We use RJ45 cables, which are basically Cat5 cables, but it's not running Ethernet. They're just 8 wires that we put signals on. But then with that standard, as long as we can make something new that plugs into, then we can make it control the car.
Wow.
So it's kind of like a standardized communication protocol between our drive system and our computer. And so we can make something that uses that communication protocol, and we can make a drive system.
That's pretty awesome.
That can do
Wow. Wow.
Do you guys ever hot rod the Power Wheels? Do you ever double up the batteries?
A little, not a ton, but sometimes, yeah. We do we have some of the cars we modify to put in a little beefier batteries, just because kids might may have a lot of equipment. Some of them have oxygen tanks, like you'll see some of the cars. We have a wooden tray on the back, because they've got to carry all their their medical equipment with them just to go outside.
Sure.
So yeah, we'll beef it up a little, but not like you might see on YouTube, where it's like, let's put 36
Yeah,
volts
so we're
in
not
the
doing
motor.
burnouts.
But,
Yeah, right.
Right. That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So you guys, you got involved through kind of a robotics club. And then how are people finding you now if they wanted to help contribute, join up and, donate Power Wheels or money or equipment or what? How do we work through that?
So it's a awkward, long website address, but I will
Okay.
go through it slowly.
Okay.
So let me give you one brief bit of history. We started life as Learn Science and Math Club because we were doing robotics and we were doing STEM education things for kids. So that's still the umbrella organization. So it's geeks.learnscienceandmathclub.org.
Okay.
So it's just all spelled out, no dashes, no spaces, nothing. Geeks.learnscienceandmathclub.org. And maybe we can put it.
Yeah, I put it in the chat. I'll put it in the show description too.
And there's all kinds of contact forms there. If you know a child that, might need a car, it'd take 2 minutes to fill out the form and then we'll contact them. Or if you want to volunteer, if you want to donate, there's simple forms there. And literally you fill out the form and it goes to myself and my wife, Rebecca, and we'll look at it. We'll answer it.
That's cool.
Right.
So what's the process of building it like? Do you guys have kind of a streamlined thing, or, is it Wednesday night meetings where you all get together and, wrench or like?
Yeah,
It's a combination.
it's a combination. We meet. We have what we call the design team. So volunteers like Kevin and myself, and there's about 15 or 20 of us total.
Wow.
That meet pretty much every Monday and Thursday evening, and we're doing preparation work. So, and we'll see on the car, like there's a joystick and it's in a 3D printed case, and there's a bunch of electronics and things that go into that one thing. So during those meetings, we're building those things. And then the second Saturday of every month, at least through like September through May, we have volunteers come that don't necessarily have any particular skill set. It's like if they could turn a screwdriver.
Yeah, that would be me, not him. Justin can change oil. I can put air in a tire.
Yeah. Then we open up in the past, the Power Wheels boxes and take the parts out and then keep what we're going to use and get rid of what we're not, and then start putting it together. And the design team, the same folks will be leads for, a table. And then we'll have like one lead and 3 or 4 or 5 volunteers that can just walk them through building the car. And because we've done all the work, as much work as possible in advance, they can just, grab a joystick, grab the electronics, what we call the caddy that has all the electronics in it. And they're just wiring things up and screwing things together. But it still takes a lot of time.
How many hours do you think go into building one?
I think my wife calculated
400
hours
Okay.
total.
Wow.
That's what she said.
Wow.
Labor rates, if you're cheap, are $100 an hour.
Right.
Yeah.
So, that's
Wow.
a lot of dedication.
Yeah.
That's really cool that you can, put together that kind of a volunteer force to be able to
gosh.
do this kind of thing. That's
Yeah.
And you were saying 400 cars?
Just under,
Yeah. This past year we did 91. Yeah.
In a year?
In a year.
Wow.
So,
So 100 times 400 hours?
Yeah, right.
That 40,000 hours? I'm not an engineer.
between-
Sometimes my math isn't the worst.
Yeah. I mean, armies of volunteers.
That's amazing.
People to do it. Yeah.
Wow, what a commitment.
That's amazing. And you have like regular jobs?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
There's a few people that are retired, but the
Okay.
the majority, they still have lives that I assume they enjoy living. So.
Sure.
Yeah. Holy cow. That is wild. That's Power Wheels that's a brand, right?
Yes. So it's Fisher Price. Power Wheels Dune Racer was the car we've been using for the past 6-7 years, and they just canceled it last year, which we've been lucky. Like the fact that they kept it for that long was really kind of unique. It was the best option that we found.
Okay.
Continued to be the best option. They continue to sell it, but they eventually
Okay.
pulled the plug. So now we're in the midst of figuring out the new car and retooling.
Yeah, so we use that base model on every car,
Right.
modify the same car, so
Yeah.
it makes it. That's
Yeah.
part of the streamlining of it. Right?
Okay, because where I was leading is Power Wheels, are they Fisher Price, are they aware of what you're doing? Are they involved with it?
They are not.
Okay.
They haven't been very receptive as over the years that we've tried to contact, and maybe it's you just don't know the right person.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, and
Yeah.
as
We're
I-
not throwing shade.
No,
just,
no.
Just reality.
and then as they started to be shutting down, it was like, oh wait, can we buy a few more? And then it's like, well, unfortunately, as I understood, third, fourth hand, whatever, like, well, all those people probably lost their job when they canceled the product. So it just hasn't worked out that but the fact that we've been able to buy the cars, they're make a good product that has worked out well for us.
Have you ever thought of starting from scratch?
Yep.
Yes.
This guy built his own R2D2
I know. Yeah,
from scratch.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like injection molding and bending some sheet metal. Like
It's usually cheaper to start with something. I think that's one of the
I would believe that,
limitations
yeah.
that
Yeah.
we've kind of struggled with. But
Yeah.
there's definitely, especially heavier kids or older kids, starting from scratch we could definitely benefit from figuring out a solution there. I think. Yeah.
Being able to make the car just longer or taller, whatever
Yeah.
that they might need.
I think Aston Martin they called it I think it was the VH architecture is where like the 2009 era Vantage started.
Okay.
And it was extruded aluminum that they could make longer and wider. So, you could make it into the Rapide, which was their big long one.
Right.
Or you could make it small and get a V8 or make it a little longer and have a back seat. So that's that. We got to get in touch with some Aston Martin engineers.
Yeah.
They might be out of a job too.
That's what I'm saying. They're highly employable, and this we can have some cross pollination here. Maybe they can engineer some V8s for us too.
that would. Oh yeah.
Little Aston V8 out back.
Right.
Well, it's kind of an interesting problem as we started to look at it, and we're just kind of ramping up because we spent so much time, like the shoemakers' children don't have shoes. Like we're making these cars, and we don't have. And we knew we needed to make a new from scratch, but we haven't dedicated the time to it because we've been busy giving them to kids. But something as simple as, okay, well, the wheels and the tires. Well, if you get go-kart wheels and tires, that weighs as much as the entire car that we have now. You can't.
Yeah.
You have to kind of figure out some blend of things that you can't just. We don't want to have a 200-pound
Right.
go-kart.
Right.
that you can
Transporting these are kind of difficult too because a lot of people don't have vehicles large enough to fit them in. So,
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
So
No,
there's a lot of interesting problems to solve. It's creating.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a good point. I mean, transporting these home because these now. Granted, you brought 5 of them, but they came in a big box trailer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so the families that are coming tomorrow, they're not just from Colorado, right? I mean, they're from kind of surrounding areas. Or are they some out of state?
I think we have someone coming from Las Vegas.
Okay.
But we also, for example, our parent company is in Cleveland, and so we delivered some cars there. And then anyone like people from New York or Florida, all around the country, anyone on the East Coast that could make it could come there. But we've had more because we had a relationship with people in Cleveland and some of the hospitals there. We get more referrals from there, so a little bit less on the West Coast. But this is kind of the idea is that this is a good spot for people from the West Coast to bring their kids and get a car.
No, absolutely. Huh. That's a lot of different things to think about. That, I mean, at least me personally, as I'm sitting here, those are some areas that I wouldn't think about normally, right? Like, oh, I got this idea, let's do it. And then once you're actually in the process of it, oh, well, that's not going to work, right? How do we recover from this? And, thinking quickly and problem solving, but realizing, hearing 400 hours, to put one of these together, there's probably some thought that's gone into all that.
Yeah.
So.
Because we custom sew cushions on it. We make all electronics.
Should we show the cars?
Totally.
Here, let me.
Totally.
Let me get my.
I'm gonna
camera.
You
cue
guys
back
are gonna
up.
have to describe these. So I'm gonna turn this back on. Oh, we gotta pair up your camera again.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is where we're gonna see you.
How good is our technology?
Yeah, how poor I am at.
Yeah.
being
Boom.
the IT
Look at that.
guy.
Yeah. All right. Can you mute me?
Yes.
Thanks.
All right, so John's going to get up. He's not on. This is us.
Right.
This is live. Is Lupe still here? Yeah. All right. Okay, Lupe. Thanks. Welcome back. Following up on some leads. All right. I'm going to let you guys describe it from here.
It's hard to.
Yeah. So from the front, I guess if you look at the tires, for example, one of the simple things we do is we wrap the tires with, that's like a mat. Like we buy these big floor mat rolls and cut them, wrap the tires, because even on like wet grass, like they just sit and spin. So we used to use
Bicycle tires.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like recycled mountain bike tires, and then we got all of them in Kansas City. And there weren't any more.
Right.
Move on. And then inside the bubble wrap there are mirrors, and so that's so the kids can see behind them. Those are golf cart mirrors that we buy, and then they're in 3D printed mounts.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow.
We
Yeah,
designed.
those are legit mirrors. Yeah.
And
Okay. Right.
and then normally the seat is just hard plastic and short, like it only comes up
It's a little bucket seat.
little bucket seat. And so we put in a metal EMT
Okay.
bar, bend it, got a bender, bend it, attach it to the frame, and then put in foam, and then those are cushions that are sewn, covers that the parents can take off and wash and so on. Which again is another one of those. It takes a lot longer to sew stuff than I understand. So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
And then this drive system. So that's the single button drive system that I mentioned. So if you look inside, there's the big red button. So,
Okay.
And it's
Okay.
a special kind of button that you can touch it from any angle.
Yeah.
Really lightly, and it's going to trigger.
It goes.
And the car can go.
Wow.
If you go to the back of the car, you could turn it on. There's a switch to the right side. Yeah, flip it up.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Lights
jeez.
up.
Yeah.
It lights up.
Yes.
Holy cow.
So
Look at that. It's got
Partially-
undercarriage lighting.
partially a safety issue. We want the kid to be very visible if they're
Yeah,
out on
absolutely.
the sidewalk or wherever. But it's also, it's really important to me that the car be cool
Yeah.
and fun. And so some of this stuff is, for that design purpose as well.
That's awesome.
And by the way, these cars don't come with an on-off switch. I don't know if you have kids and knew that, but it basically, as soon as the battery's plugged in,
Right.
the car goes.
Right.
So we add the on-off switch.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
And,
Oh my gosh. And then these are also have backup radio control.
yes.
Right.
So in the back, we have the incredible Harbor Freight ammo box.
Okay.
Because for about $4,
Right. Yes.
it's waterproof, and
Yes.
we can buy them at Harbor Freight. And
I love that place.
and so
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Remote.
if you have ever driven an RC car,
Oh yeah.
the nicer, slightly more expensive ones, this
Yep.
is an RC remote.
Excellent.
And
Okay.
so
Yep.
again, not reinventing the wheel.
Right.
Like, okay, we can reuse that, but then
Yep.
we intercept a signal to our electronics
Okay.
to control the car. And
Yep.
it's important that the parents be able to help the child. Some of the kids might have seizures, or
Sure.
they might get super tired.
Right.
They might, not have the right judgment
Yeah.
for where they're going. So,
Right. Yeah.
Little parental override.
yes.
Yeah. And do you name all the cars?
The cars all have custom license plates for the child.
Okay. John, what is the license plate on the green one that you just had? Elijah.
There you
Okay. There you go.
And
Simple.
we found somebody in Kansas City who was kind enough to make those for us for free for
Wow.
almost 100 cars.
Wow. That's amazing.
There's a lot of nice people. Once you just start doing nonprofit things, you realize
Yes.
there's a lot of nice people in
Yeah.
the world.
And then John was just pointing out, so on this pink car, there's a different drive system is what it looks like?
Yeah, this one. Is this the foot?
No, this is the.
Oh, that's the control
I
panel.
don't know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, so this is a control panel. So it's similar to the big button, but this has 3 buttons that allows them to turn and drive as well. And
Okay.
and there's 2 buttons in the front that allows it to play fun sounds. So there's,
Okay.
there's like honk noises, and then
Okay.
I don't know. There's just a lot of little sounds that we put in there so they can make noise and have fun
Right.
too.
And
Yeah.
that's all 3D printed,
Yeah.
by the way. And
Oh, wow.
One of our design team members
Oh,
designed
wow.
the whole thing.
Look at this. Look at this one.
so this is two things. So this is the drive system is the steering wheel, and then that panel that's sitting there with all the buttons on it. Those are buttons that the child can hit to say something if they can't vocalize, and then we put pictures on it. So this is again where we customize through talking to the family.
Right.
And they said, this would be really helpful. So we try to figure out how to do it. So it's
Holy
not,
moly.
yeah.
Yeah, that drive system is actually more complicated than it looks. It's actually a drive. We call it drive-by-wire.
Yep.
So there's actually no linkage on the steering column.
Okay.
So if you turn the steering wheel, it's not. It'll just.
It won't turn the wheels because we use electronics to turn the wheels.
Oh, wow.
And so there's a sensor in there that is reading a magnet's position, and then based off that magnet's position, we can
Right.
position the wheels with electronics. Yeah.
That's so
Oh
we can
my
have
gosh.
the remote do the override.
Yes.
Our first attempt at this was literally there was a cotter pin to disengage the child.
That makes sense. Yeah.
They didn't get used very often. So,
Pull in case of fire. Wow. That is wild. And it's like a airplane yoke is what it looks like. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's one of the equipment trays, we call them. So if they have like the oxygen tanks or other equipment that they need to ride along with them, we
Wow.
build those trays too.
Oh, and this one is named Juniper.
Yep.
Excellent. Wow. And those are like legit license plates. That is so cool. That is so cool. Oh
Rebecca
my gosh.
does not do anything halfway.
No, I can see that. Yep, I can see that. That is amazing. That is very impressive.
Should we do the propeller?
Can you see
Shooter?
that? There's some of them have the little propeller shooter that's pretty fun. One of our design team members designed it from
Yeah.
scratch. It shoots little propellers out. You can push a button in it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Which is a great way for parents to get exercise. Or ideally siblings, but somebody is going to chase those.
Right, exactly. Oh, that's great.
And we got a lot of different ways to actuate that. We call them action challenges. So there's like, you can see this one that has a lever that they can turn left and right. Some of them is just a simple button.
Okay.
We have some that are like, we guess we call that the dial because it turns in a kind of
Okay.
circle, but then
Yeah.
we have levers that they can pull. We have different ways they can actuate.
Is this also a 2-seater that we're looking at?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really important aspect, is for the kids to be able to bring someone along with them.
Yeah.
Where they get to be the cool kid,
Yeah.
and a brother or sister, or we have one of the families, they live in a cul-de-sac, and their daughter, they have two daughters, and one would play with all the other kids, and the other would be just sort of stuck sitting on the sidelines. And now
Right.
she goes out with her car, and they line up to take
Right.
turns.
Hey, good looking. You going my way?
We hear so many stories of kids being intimidated by them when they're in their wheelchair. They don't know how to interact when they're in one of our cars. They're
Right.
just another kid to
Yeah.
play with. So
Oh, for sure.
they that
Wow.
extra.
And then the umbrellas, those are they're in
God. Okay.
a cover. But a lot of the kids, maybe the medication or whatever, they have sensitivity to sunlight. And so again, whatever we can do to help the child get outside,
For sure.
if we need to modify the car, we'll do our best to do it.
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. That is way more complicated, right? Than what I would have ever imagined. That is super cool. I can definitely understand why it takes on average 400 hours to make one of these cars. And I'm not the guy doing it, right? But it's just seeing and hearing the way to describe on how it works. The fly-by-wire with magnets. I mean, we have fly-by-wire cars, that are out here, but there's still a mechanical link, there, right? Where no, that's absolutely amazing. John, are you ready to come back? All right, let's. Okay, John. Well, thanks for walking us through that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then so now I definitely understand why. I mean, you're going to spend on average 1 to 2 hours with each family. Is that right tomorrow?
Yeah, we have about an hour allotted for
Okay.
the kids, which is great. When we delivered in Kansas City, it was over 50 cars in one day.
Wow.
And so we had six
Or seven teams, yeah.
we call pit crews lined up, and they had about 30 minutes to kind of get them in and
Yeah.
then out onto the track, the
Right.
test track.
Right.
So it's nice. It's like Christmas Day when you
Yeah.
can be there and see what. And we had one delivery that happened to be a one-on-one where we were spending a lot of time, and the child's driving in our facility and learning the car, and they were enjoying it. But they were told over and over again that this was their car.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to get out of the car, didn't want to get because they didn't think it was going home with
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
And then we take it to their car,
Became
put it in, and she went over to the car and was kissing her fingers in the
Right.
car.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, this is, it is mine.
That's amazing.
That is super cool. That is so wild. I'm super excited to see what track we come up with tomorrow. I have my work cut out for me tomorrow.
Yep.
Everybody here did a fantastic job today with everything that was going on. Patrick and Toprak, thank you, buddy, for coming in on your day off to help out with everything. And then Toby, we miss you, but I hope you're enjoying some well-deserved time off. But I got some planning to do tonight on what kind of a road course I can set up, because we are at a Porsche dealership,
Yeah.
right? We're the endurance racing company, and we know how to make right turns, as well as left turns. So yeah, I would love to see some kind of a course set up for the kids to learn how to drive. No jumps. We won't do the jumps yet. That's next year. But yeah, I'm excited to see what this looks like tomorrow. What kind of comment? Do we have people commenting or asking questions?
People are just appreciative, saying that it's awesome, the kind of the project that you guys have taken on, and yeah, just a lot of that.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, I haven't. The only question we've had is about GTS 4 liters and bore scoring, which is not directly applicable
No.
to.
Do you want to answer that, Ken?
That's next week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just wing it. That's what we would do.
Yeah.
That's a lot of comments, though.
Well, it was Dan McInnes explaining bore scoring.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay.
He just went to town. He answered because he knew we weren't.
Okay.
So he handled it.
Okay. Good.
Nice.
Good.
You're covered.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and maybe I'll just mention, if you guys, anybody watching or watches it in the future, knows anybody who has a child that might benefit, like literally go to our website, fill out the form, we'll contact them, and if we can help, we will. So we want any kid anywhere to be able to have fun and
That's really cool.
learn and
Yeah,
grow.
it's super cool. I want people to help you guys, though. Like that's what I would really love. Volunteer is great.
Yeah.
But I definitely understand how hard it is to raise the awareness for people to help, right? And like you say, there's sometimes you get volunteers that they don't have any kind of training or ability that they're aware of, right, to help out in some field, but you discover that. And anyway, I think it's really cool when you find people that their way of helping is by offering goods and money and that kind of stuff. I learned a long time ago when I was still in the service side of this business. Sometimes, what was it? It was don't ever turn down gratuity, even though it's like it can feel awkward, because sometimes that's how people say thank you, and they don't know other ways to say thank you, and that's just comfortable for them. And when you turn that down, it's kind of disrespectful because they're saying thank you and you say no thanks. That doesn't happen. When someone says thank you, you say you're welcome.
Yep.
Right, and you accept it. And yeah, anyway, we're John and I are super fortunate, with what we do, and the people that we know and have friendships with. That's a great way for them to say thank you, for what you're doing, is by offering what they can. So that's one of the big things for raising awareness for you guys is I would really love to see people help, contribute to that way.
And we do have information on our website about being a sponsor, and at a more granular level, there's a way to go to Venmo and
Yeah.
send us some money.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
literally we take the money, we buy the stuff, we build the cars. Nobody gets a paycheck. Like that's what the money goes to.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, it's super cool. I am. Oh, that's funny. He's part of the crew. I thought that was like just some random guy. Like, oh,
He's one of us.
yeah. Keep an eye on that one. So, how many people will be here tomorrow? Pit crews, volunteering.
There are 5 of us that traveled from Kansas City,
Okay.
and then I think with the families, I think it's about 60. With the 5 families, about 60 people total. So
Wow.
thankfully, they're going to have some.
We better restock the fridge.
Yeah.
Right.
Bring some water, right?
Yeah.
We're at altitude. You guys got to stay
Yeah.
hydrated. This is no joke. We're at like 6,000 feet. So
No, that's great.
what do you guys want kind of moving forward? Is it just to get more kids in cars? Is that kind of just the key, is just getting the word out about what's going on and
Yeah.
putting kids in cars?
Absolutely. We want, and, anyone that can give us expertise, that's great. But, if they can sponsor us in some way or another, and then finding more kids, if there's somebody that might need a car. For example, we had a year ago, we delivered some cars in Cleveland, and literally the next day we had 100 applications because 2 of the parents posted on a Facebook group.
Right.
That's great.
So it's one little thing can inspire, a big wave. So,
Well, we have listeners from all over the world.
yeah.
Actually, the person that I've been thinking about a lot during this whole time is Lance, the BMW race car driver from Pikes Peak Hill Climb Mobility. He drives the entire car with his right hand.
Wow.
Everything. Gas, brake, steering, everything.
Shifts with a straw.
That's right.
Right. Blow for upshift and suck for downshift.
Something
or
like that,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Nice.
Crazy.
He was here for our Pikes Peak Hill Climb event, which is the Wednesday before the actual race. And he was with his car, with his BMW, down at our next building there. Spent a lot of time with kids, explaining to them. Actually, hopefully Scott and Brett that I was mentioning earlier will have time to come down tomorrow. I got a really, really great thank you message from Scott saying that Lance spent an awful lot of time with Brett, showing him how he gets in the car, how he controls it, that kind of stuff, that's amazing, right? Lance recognized that Brett is not going to be driving that car, a car, right, anytime soon. But the people that can share, their passion for, if you put your mind to it, you can make it happen, right? There's ways to figure things out. So I'm looking forward to seeing and visiting with people tomorrow that have that same kind of passion.
We had, I don't know if we still have time, but we had one other car that I wanted to mention, with kind of drive system, is we worked with UMKC seniors from an electrical engineering group, and they put together what we call eye gaze. So Raspberry Pi, if anybody's familiar with that, with a webcam, running some AI, tracking eye movements. So as long as the child can look this direction or that, the car will follow whatever direction they go. That's the most complex one we put together.
Yeah. Wow.
How much do you guys trust AI? Like, I am a sci-fi movie aficionado more than I am an engineer, and it terrifies me. I appreciate what it's doing right now, but I say please and thank you when I talk to Siri because I want my robot overlords to know that I was one of the polite humans.
Right.
I get worried if you want to connect too much real stuff to it. Like I wouldn't want AI on my computer to be responsible for moving files around because I'd be worried the files would get deleted, versus having AI, like in this case, having AI track facial components is like pretty much a no-brainer. That's been done for a long time. But I wouldn't give it too much control.
So, hey Siri, nukes North Korea. You don't want that link.
No.
Right.
I think of it. It's a tool just like any other tool. There's right ways to use it and wrong ways to use it. So
So it's a problem with humanity, not with AI.
Right.
That's true, Mr. Engineer. Yeah, I get that.
That's pretty awesome.
You didn't turn it off soon enough.
Exactly.
All right. I don't know. I don't know. I really appreciate the work you do and letting us be a part of it and host your event here.
Yeah.
I hope that this isn't the last time that we get to have you guys in to kind of show off your wares alongside our stuff. Super excited to figure out where we can drive.
Yeah.
I want to use the ramp.
Yeah. Well, it's like anything else. I mean, it has to start somewhere. And then for us here, it's growing it, and how can we grow it? How big can we get it? This dealership has proved that we can get things pretty damn big, right? We can put the word out in a big way. And anyway, so thanks to the watchers and listeners.
You guys are going to need to use a lot
of
of vacation time next year.
right. Yeah, exactly.
Goodbye weekends.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
but that's really cool.
So we're getting it started with tonight and tomorrow, and then we definitely look forward to the future and keep growing it, making it bigger and better and better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
We're happy to have you. Anything else you guys want to plug, talk about? Doesn't have to be car or Power Wheel related.
What's the website again?
Geeks.learnscienceandmathclub.org.
I got it. It's linked.
You heard it here first.
Yep.
That's all I got. That's a great show.
All right,
That's a great show.
We'll do an After Dark episode.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah. We'll get the other two on. They're dying to get on the microphone.
Oh, yeah.
I know they are.
So jealous. Yep.
All right.
All the
Well,
power. You tell us a story about one of those guys that they would not want anyone to know. We're going to hit the off button before you come up with it. It's okay. We'll save you from that. For Geeks for Kids and Porsche Colorado Springs and the First Dibs podcast, I'm John. That's Justin. That's David. And that's Kevin. And I got them in the right order this time, or at least they're pretending like I did. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys for coming in. Super excited for tomorrow. First delivery is at 9. So anybody that wants to come check it out, please do. And at least we will